Alright, so first, as you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be a video on Xbox 360 and PS3. This isn't going to be a bash video. I mean, both are great consoles, but first I just want to say this video isn't to like bash the 360 or to bash the PS3 at all. I just want to try to help maybe if someone's trying to decide whether to get the 360 or the PS3, this might be the video that pushes them over the edge to get one or the other. So this is trying to help people, not to bash another console. So with that out of the way, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So as you can see here, I'm going to zoom in so this looks good on YouTube. I have the PS3 website here on the Sony site. And I'm going to look at the specs of each system. This is for the 80 gig system. Let's get the tech specs here. Okay, so obviously you have the 80 gigabyte hard drive. Now keep in mind there's 3 different versions of the PS3, I believe. I mean, they have the 60 and 20 gig, but I don't think they make either of those anymore. So basically you're down to the 40 gig, the 80 gig, and the 160 gig. Now, keep in mind you can upgrade the hard drive at any time by using just a standard laptop hard drive. If you go to Best Buy or eBay, you can get like a 250 gig hard drive for like 50 to probably 75 bucks, depending on the brand. So, I mean, it's really cheap to upgrade your hard drive. All you need is a standard laptop SATA drive, and you're good to go. So that's very convenient on the PS3 side. So moving down, you got your Ethernet and you have wireless. Now, coming over to the 360 side, the 360 doesn't have wireless built in. You have to buy an extra adapter, which costs $100. So if you have wireless internet, because my house, I do have Ethernet, but not in my room. So everything in my room that uses the internet is wireless. So being able to play online with wireless on the PS3 is very nice. So if you don't want to shell out another $100 for wireless, then PS3 is sounding pretty good. The PS3 also has Bluetooth. So let's say you have a cell phone with a Bluetooth headset. You can play online using that Bluetooth headset. I mean, it's convenient. You can also plug in Bluetooth mice and keyboards. Really, pretty much anything that uses Bluetooth you can use with the PS3, which is very nice. Included in the controllers are also Bluetooth. You can get Blu-ray remotes that are Bluetooth. You know, it works pretty well. So that's just something cool that the PS3 has that 360 doesn't. Alright, and I think the 360 now goes to 1080p, moving down here. That's full high definition, so it'll look pretty cool. In order to do that, you have to have a nice TV that supports it and an HDMI cable. My advice, buy HDMI cables online. You save probably 90% of your money if you buy them online. Okay, then you have your analog. Those are just your standard cables. If you don't have high definition, it comes with those, obviously. Now, Blu-ray. Blu-ray is very nice to have. Maybe it's not much now, but give it a year. I think Blu-ray will really start to pick up. The game developers will really learn how to tap into the Blu-ray and really use the whole Blu-ray disc, and the games will be incredible. Not only does Blu-ray give you cutting-edge movies, like the quality and audio is spectacular, it also gives you a lot of space to really do anything. I mean, a dual-layer disc is 50 gigs. That's insane. If GTA 4 fit on like a disc, on a Blu-ray disc, and that was what last year, imagine a year from now what they'll be able to do. It boggles the mind. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if the 360 has USB ports. I don't own one. I don't think it does. Actually, yeah, I think it does. It has 2. I'm pretty sure. And so does the 80 gigabyte version of the PS3. Now, if you're fortunate enough to get the 60 gig off eBay or something, that has 4. But keep in mind, you can always plug in a USB hub if you need to. Dimensions, it's pretty close to the 360. The PS3 is just like a hair longer and also thicker because the 360 arcs in the middle. So really, that's not that big of a deal because it just sits on the desk. Weight, it's not really that important. The PS3 is a pretty heavy console, 5 kilograms. I don't know how much that is in pounds. CPU, these aren't really all that important for wanting to buy a console. Memory, if you're into like the tech specs, I guess. You got 256 megs of RAM and then 256 megs of VRAM, which is like video memory. And this is DDR3, so it's pretty fast. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the PlayStation 3. spec wise. Now let's go over to the 360. Now these are really in depth. I'm not going to get into all these, especially because this video has to be under 10 minutes. The 360 has 3 cores running at 3.2 gigahertz. The PS3 has 8 running at 3.2 gigahertz. So it has really over twice as much power, like overall power, than the 360 does. So if you're looking for a powerhouse out of your console, then you definitely want the PS3. These are just really in depth. I'm not going to get into all these, like I said. Memory. Now, I'm not sure if this is VRAM or not, but this just has 512 megabytes of GDDR3. So DDR3 again, it's fast. So, I mean, depending on what kind of RAM this is, I'm not sure if it's VRAM, like I said, or not. But if it is, then it has twice as much as the PS3, which is pretty sweet. I'm not sure, like I said, so I can't really say that much about it. Storage. Now this is what gets me about the 360. You have to have a certain hard drive. You can't just go on eBay and buy, let's say 120 gigabyte hard drive. You have to buy whatever Microsoft hands you, which I disagree with. I think it's just like a scam for Microsoft to get more money out of you. I mean, not only does the 360 not have built-in wireless, if you want to upgrade your hard drive, it has to be Microsoft brand, which is stupid. Like, they don't have enough money. They could have just made it universal and would have made everything a lot easier. Let's see what else here. I think that's pretty much it as far as tech specs and stuff. But now going here, we'll go to consoles. Okay, so you have the 3 kinds of Xboxes too, like the PS3 has 3 different. This also has 3. You have the arcade, the normal 360, and then the Elite. The Elite, so far, like from this, really all I can tell the difference is that it's black and has a bigger hard drive. With this, you get 120 gigs, which is obviously more than the 80 gigabyte version of the PS3. But you also, if you, I don't know, with the PS3, you can buy that 120 gig hard drive for pretty cheap off eBay if you really needed it. So, but then again, you can also always get the 160 gigabyte PS3 if you want a really big hard drive right out of the box. But the 360, the arcade version, it only has 256 megabytes of memory, of storage, which is just, it's, why even have it? It's pretty pointless. That's like a fifth of a gigabyte. It's like unheard of these days. And they call it like a next-gen console. I don't see how they can have that much memory. It's pointless. But moving on, one thing with the 360 also is you have to pay for online. To some people, that's a big deal. I mean, the 360 online is better. There's more people online. It has smoother online. But then again, the PS3 is also free. Now, like true with pretty much anything, you get what you pay for. But also keep in mind that there will be updates. I mean, the PS3, pretty much any electronic device, whether it be a computer, a gaming system, iPhone, iPod, whatever, it has software updates that will improve your device over time. And that's very important to understand. The PS3 online will not be the same as it is a year from now. It'll be improved, and it'll be probably pretty darn close to Xbox Live in about a year. So, and also keep in mind that the 360 also has a year on the PS3. It was released a year earlier, so that's just to keep in mind. And again, with the games, the PS3 is a year behind the 360. So give it a year, and the developers will really learn how to tap into all those 8 cores and how to tap into that 50 gigs on that Blu-ray disc, and the games will be astonishing. And that's where the 360, I think, will get into trouble. So, I mean, overall, if you really want media, like you want wireless, you want media right out of the box, a great media server kind of system, lots of storage, I mean, you have a lot of good games that will be improving in a year, then you want the PS3. If you want to play games now, if you want to have a great library of games right now, then I'd say get the 360. But one thing I'm going to leave you guys with that I believe is very true, 360 is now, PS3 is the future. So I have a PS3 obviously, and I love it. I've never owned a 360, but pretty much all my friends have 360s, and I like my PS3 better. So I hope this video helped you guys decide if you're looking for a console, and I guess that's it. See you in my next video.